Did you know that the horror subgenre of the splatter film or gore films started in the 1960s as a transgressive attempt to push back against mainstream cinema and censorship at the time? Like, here's John Waters talking about their influence on him seeing them at a young age.
And it was like this hillbilly driving, and I saw these films. I thought, oh my God, what are these? But you could hear people puking outside the car and stuff. You couldn't believe you were seeing people eating hearts and ripping out guts, but no one had done that.
So, in 1963, director Herschel Gordon Lewis and producer David Friedman made Blood Feast after the oversaturation and tightening of restrictions on the previous genre of movies the filmmaking duo were making, nudie cuties. So, full color splatter films became a profitable loophole for exploitation, as Herschel Gordon Lewis wanted to make the films that Hollywood wouldn't make. And with Blood Feast, they made the equivalent of $43 million dollars at the box office, adjusted for inflation. So it worked. Herschel Gordon Lewis followed up the success of Blood Feast with more gory horror films like 2000 Maniacs and Color Me Blood Red, but began facing pushback from critics and theaters who began to refuse to play his films, or worse, even getting the police involved, with John Waters talking about it here.
The police would raid it, and the whole audience would get busted and taken away in New York. Imagine if that happened today. That would really be exciting if you went to the movies and you had to call home from the police station. You were arrested for watching a movie.
Still, the director pushed on with varying degrees of success with films like The Gruesome Twosome, The Wizard of Gore, and The Gore Gore Girls, making his mark as the first godfather of gore and influencing the entire subgenre of horror in the 70s as slashers began to take off, and we still see the ripple effects of the splatter film today with the Saw franchise and Terrifier films, and it's all thanks to Herschel Gordon Lewis.